Greetings, Royal Queens and Kings. It's your host, Queen Tulsa, and welcome back to the Queen Tulsa Show. We've got a great lineup for you on today. Listen here, yes, ma'am. The topic is definitely lit. It's definitely it. Okay, let's go ahead and make sure our audio is audio, and it seemed like it is. Nicki Minaj slams JD Vance, the assassin, shocking MAGA support for Boosie's grooming scandal. In this explosive video episode, Queen Tulsa uncovers the shocking remarks made by MAGA supporter Angela Stanton King during a revealing interview slash question and answer session. Now, look what led her to suggest what led her to suggest that grooming is acceptable? And how does Nicki Minaj's can't beat 'em, join 'em mentality come into play? Join us as we dissect these controversial comments, influence in politics and celebrity cultures, complex layers in a world battling conflicting opinions. Tune in to delve deeper into habitual divides shaping today's discourse. Don't miss out. Like, comment, and subscribe for more thought provoking insights. Well, let me just say this. If you guys have not checked out the video, I was on Tasha Case earlier, and Angela Stanton King was over on the panel, and she decided to give, you know, the public, an opportunity to ask her questions because rightfully so, she's out here in the public and she's um one thing, let me just say this, let me slow down. One thing about Angela Stanton King, she's gonna make her way to the camera, to the carpet. Listen, she doesn't care how she has to get there. As Dr. Phil. She's been on Dr. Phil, a list of other shows, and her rhetoric out here has been off the charts if you just really want to talk about it. Can we go ahead and talk about it? She was the same one, that had got arrested with Phaedra Parks, ex-husband, Apollo Nida. hmm And it's just so interesting how she just brushed past the trauma that males have when they're looked at as a piece of meat or presented to grown women to perform. That's a lot of pressure for someone that's still in their teen years. You're having them make adult decisions. Well, you're not really even giving them a choice. You're forcing it on them. This woman sat up here and went, when I tell you, she went on this whole rampage. Let's go ahead and get into that right quick. And then we're going to get into that interview with Erica Kirk and Nicki Minaj. But I really want to jump into this because this was very alarming to me. No, no, I'm not kidding you all. This is what I heard. And actually, I ended up going to sleep, taking me asleep. And something said, go back and listen to what happened. And so that's what I did. So give me one moment as I go ahead and bring up the commentary. Let me know if you all can hear me in the chat by pressing the number 4. All right, if you can hear me in the chat, press the number 4. All right, so let's go ahead and bring this up. So right here, you're going to hear Angela Stanton King. Let me go ahead and drop the link to this video that we are reviewing. Yes. Oh, yes. This happened on Tasha K's channel. Hello, Associate Minister and Reserve Deacon Mr. Terry Jones. All right, so let me go ahead and play this. I'm dropping a link to the video, and then we're going to give our commentary.
I never got released from prison. That's kind of like a misconception.
All right, thank you. Remember, guys, the link is in the chat if you want to come up and ask your question or sound off. Do you agree with Nicki Minaj's alliance with MAGA? Do you disagree? Do you have a question for Miss Angela Stanton on trans rights or maternal rights? The lines are open. Who's next, Jasmine?
Queen Tulsa.
Queen Tulsa. How you doing, Queen Tulsa?
Hello, how are you? Thank you so much. Can I get on
Fantastic.
camera? Can she see me? Because I want to make this personal because I want to see Miss Angela Stan because I've been following her for a long time. Shout out to the organization that you had helped for Black women and babies, actually all babies of that sort. But I wanted to know when you got locked up back in the day because of the crimes that you committed, do you feel like justice was served? And if so, how do you feel about the current administration and all of his charges?
I served all my time, so I never got released from prison. That's kind of like a misconception. I got my pardon 15 years later. I feel like as far as his charges, I mean, their charges not convicted.
All right, guys. So we are here to discuss, right? We are here to review what really happened. What really happened? So, as you heard, I asked a question. I felt like my question was respectful. I felt like the question also made, let me see, it was kind of like forced accountability. You know what I'm saying? Like forced accountability. Let's talk about, you know, what's going on, what's happening, because you're teaming up with Nicki Minaj, right? And we already know people are going to gravitate towards her husband. They're going to gravitate towards any and everything that they could use against her, right? So I just kind of felt like with you coming out and, advocating, I have no problem with that. It's the people that's on your team. You know what I'm saying? It's the people that you're networking with. And when we talk about Black Lives Matter, when we talk about Black women are being taken up out of here at the hands of our brothers and things like that. And when you talk about SA and grooming and things like that, it becomes a bigger, wider conversation. And the reason why I say that is because there are acts of violence that are going on everywhere. Let's be honest. There are individuals that have lived with trauma and have not spoken about it. And I think that there's this misconception where, trauma has a look. Yeah, to a certain extent. But you have to understand people's daily makeup, how they're going to cover it up, how they're going to wear it, those moments of maybe depression, you know? And sometimes you just have to take a step back and just really evaluate the scene, the situation, and make your next move your best move. I feel like some people they just jump to conclusions quick, fast, and in a hurry. I feel like if you can't be of help, don't be a problem. Don't oppress the situation. Some jobs you can do, some jobs you can't, but just be okay with saying, you know what, this isn't my forte, this is not my expertise, and I'm going to step back and I'm going to let somebody with the expertise step in. Correct? All right, now let's go ahead and let's take a listen.
Convictions. I think that's a difference. I think that there also are some convictions, but we the same, country that fights for criminal justice reform, and we talk about a flawed judicial system. And I do believe that politics is weaponized not only against the president, but against many people that are in politics. Kwame Kilpatrick was a
Angela, you got a pardon, and now you're the pardon queen. Now you're popping. Because who wants a pardon from the current administration? Diddy wants one. A host of other people want one. Now you're walking Boosie into the White House. Let's make it make sense.
Democrat. That was a political, assassination against, a reputation. I think that politics is a very dirty game, just like the streets, just like we got the Crips and Bloods in the streets.
Well, if politics is so bad, why does she want a piece of it? If politics is like the Bloods and the Crips, why does Angela want to jump aboard? Isn't that what rappers, isn't that what they get into? Isn't that what they entertain? Let's make it make sense. What is the rap life about? Exactly. You said, how come they keep talking about gangs? Like, be for real. Yeah. And it's like, it's a narrative it's rhetoric, it's subliminal rhetoric. When we think about gangs and things like that, the first thing that had come to my mind was Chicago and those kids and how those gangsters went in on that woman and her kids. And now they're facing charges. So being gangster isn't cool. Being gangster gonna get you locked up. You know? Let's go.
The Republicans and Democrats are the same way. That's what I believe. And, at the end of the day, when it comes to me, I feel like you have to operate in your favor, right? Because even though some of us may feel some type of way about him being the president or being elected.
Okay. Now, when you're seeing operating your favor, or is it kissing the ring? Is it bending your morals, your values, so you can get a seat at the table instead of coming together with your male and female counterparts, right? You rather just take the easy way out. You know, as content creators, I'm pretty sure all of y'all can relate. You know, we see these content creators, they have big numbers, they have big followings and things like that. They just didn't start yesterday. All this takes time. And like I said with Miss Angela and her thought process and just what's going on right now, even with the files, with even individuals being around that, you are going to learn, ladies and gentlemen, in this interview over at Tasha Case. I did drop the link, so you guys make sure you get over and watch the full interview in its entirety. This is just a smidget of what happened. So let me go ahead and play.
Elected the president with having those convictions.
Oh, and we're at the 41-minute mark. but I think our conversation maybe started at like 35-minute mark. You said Angela linking with Nicki is for sport. Listen, but is that the type of target that you want on your back? Like seriously, when we think about if she ever wants to run for office or anything like that, people will go and dig up things like this, like with this interview. And listen, let me tell you, it's something in this interview that is really going to blow you back. So go ahead, get your water, get your coffee, get your tea. Let's get into it.
It also opens a door for people like Alice Johnson, right, and myself, and so many other criminal justice reform advocates to be able to go in and use this same thing, right, an unjust system to get some of our people free. So, it's just about balancing it out. You gotta, you don't, 4 years, you don't like who the president is. I mean, you don't sit by and just do nothing until those 4
Okay,
years
one
go
more
by.
question because I know Boosie to president for a pardon. Now, Boosie is a rapper. Boosie is the same man that, his son, there were strippers and he was trying to get him all turned on or whatever. Now, with the current administration trying to fight towards that, now, mind you, I just informed her, Boosie, everybody knows this. Boosie hired a stripper or whomever it was, and that individual was a stripper, and you know some things were going on. That child is innocent. That child should not be knowing about a woman taking off her clothes, gyrating around. Is one thing if you've seen it on the video, but it's a whole nother thing when your parent has planned for a grown woman to come over and pounce and gyrate and serenade and salivate, hormones jumping, because you want to make sure your son is into women. So you're going to go and find some women, strippers, to come over and entertain for your young offspring, your young son. What happened to protecting our children's innocence? Can our children stay innocent until they, shoot, in my mind, turn 21? It's one thing when parents are out here taking their children's innocence, not physically, but you're sitting up here setting the stage. Oh, you get this woman over here, she gonna pounce it, you gonna throw these dollars. So where's the respect in women? Is that the only thing women are good for, is just getting dollars thrown at them? Let's have the real conversation. Ladies and gentlemen, if you're just now tuning in, we are reviewing the Tasha K interview with Angela Stanton King. I am dropping a link right here if you want to listen to it in its entirety without interruption. When I come on, it's about the 35-minute mark. Let's go ahead and let's take a listen. Are you still in connection with Boosie, and what is y'all connection into
I
protecting the
am.
children?
I am still in connection with Boosie. I'm the one that took Boosie to the White House. I kind of wasn't against that situation with Boosie because I was also.
All right, guys, did you hear that? Did y'all hear that? Hold on. I'm going to rewind it a little bit. Hold on. So we all know what Boosie was on, right? Get into this. he was trying to get him all turned on or whatever. Now, with the current administration trying to fight towards that, are you still in connection with Boosie? And what is y'all connection into
I
protecting the
am
children?
I am still in connection with Boosie. I'm the one that took Boosie to the White House. I kind of wasn't against that situation with Boosie.
She kinda wasn't against that situation with Boosie. Hold on. She said she kinda wasn't against that situation with Boosie. Hold on. Wait a minute. Now, with the current administration trying to fight towards that, are you still in connection with Boosie? And what is y'all connection into
I
protecting the
am
children?
I am still in connection with Boosie. I'm the one that took Boosie to the White House. I kind of wasn't against that situation with Boosie because I was also the one that was.
She was not against that situation with Boosie, letting a grown woman entertain. Letting a grown woman entertain his son. I find that to be a problem. What if the mother decided that she was going to hire a male stripper so she can make sure her daughter don't turn out lesbian? Do y'all see where I'm going with this? A child is a child. She said that she was actually okay with Boosie actions of taking his son's innocence. Man that his son, there were strippers and he was trying to get him all turned on or whatever. Now, with the current administration trying to fight towards that, are you still in connection with Boosie? And what is y'all connection into
I
protecting the
am
children?
I am still in connection with Boosie. I'm the one that took Boosie to the White House. I kind of wasn't against that situation with Boosie because I was also the one that.
So I also asked, what measures are y'all taking to protect the children? Now let's see if she gives us an answer on the measures that she's doing to protect the children. Okay? Listen, I can like you, but I can still hold you accountable. Doesn't mean I hate you. It just means simply, that's something that I want to challenge. That's something that I want to challenge, but not in a negative way. Do you see what I'm saying? Let's go.
That was at the Palace Bar in Miami when they had two little girls on stage, 6 and 7 years old, 12 o'clock at night, after they just did a
Oh.
whole sex show.
Okay, so this is what she said. She says she don't have a problem with the way Boosie, was, trying to get his son turned on. She didn't have a problem with that because apparently somebody was trying to get these 6 and 7-year-old girls turned on, picking up money, and like I said, I don't know why she didn't call CPS or the police. Man that his son, there were strippers and he was trying to get him all turned on or whatever. Now, with the current administration trying to fight towards that, are you still in connection with Boosie? And what is y'all connection into
I
protecting the
am
children?
I am still in connection with Boosie. I'm the one that took Boosie to the White House. I kind of wasn't against that situation with Boosie because I was also the one that was at the Palace Bar in Miami when they had two little girls on stage, 6 and 7 years old, 12 o'clock at night, after they just did a whole sex show, right? Dry humping each other and everything. Had the girls collecting money, so it's like.
So that was okay. At your big old age, you felt like that it was okay. You didn't decide to speak up. You didn't decide to raise hell like you did on your child. You didn't decide that, oh, you need to put on a show like you did when you went to Dr. Phil. I'm just saying, make it count, Angela. Make it count. Now, with the current administration trying to fight towards that, are you still in connection with Boosie? And what is y'all connection into
I
protecting the
am
children?
I am still in connection with Boosie. I'm the one that took Boosie to the White House. I kind of wasn't against that situation with Boosie because I was all
Can we talk about it? I'm gonna keep going there. I'm gonna keep going there because we have to protect our young women and our young men. We have to protect our children. I don't give a damn. We community. Come on, y'all. What has gotten into y'all? This world, y'all in like social media just come on in and just make you this damn stupid. I always want to Google something. Use your common sense sometimes, people. Please. Jesus.
also the one that was at the Palace Bar in Miami when they had two little girls on stage, 6 and 7 years old, 12 o'clock at night, after they just did a whole sex show, right? Dry humping.
A 12 at night, they having a sex show. And you didn't think to call the police. You didn't think that you needed to get on the line with CPS emergency services. Hey, we got emergency right here. It's after midnight. It's inappropriate. If I gotta be 21 and older to get in with an ID, I don't want to be around no damn kids. I'm calling the police. What is going on in here? What is going on in here? Grand Rising, Miss Mickey, how are you? I'm not doing it. Oh no. But let's get into it. If you're just now joining, this is Tasha K's interview. The title is Breaking. Nicki Minaj aligns with conservatives. Angela Stanton shows up on the show. Let's get into it.
Each other and everything, had the girls collecting money. So it's like if you under the guise of LGBTQ, that you can take children, to a, drag show and see men who pretend to be women, right?
Ma'am, you, let's just be honest. She's talking about a drag show. Now, she said that she was at a drag show and there was two little girls about 6 or 7 years old running around collecting money. It was after midnight. I'm trying to figure out why she didn't call CPS and things like that because she has a whole organization where she takes families in. So would you let any of the ladies take their babies to a show like that? I'm just saying these are children. They are under the age of 21 and I don't approve of it. When you're 21 and older, then you can go to a club. Then you can do grown folks things, but right now you're going to be a kid as long as possible. All right, let's go ahead and take a listen.
Right? Half naked. But if Boosie want to take
But this
his
was a
son,
stripper. This was a stripper that was entertaining some young males. And
the
I
drag
think
show
that
is
we
strippers.
really need to drive the point of,
The drag
grooming. That does not always
show,
happen
not
with
strippers.
females. It does not always happen with girls. It happens with boys. And I think that boys get skipped over because y'all want to see them as black men and some black women raise their black sons up to be. Oh, what did I mean by that? Okay, so what did I mean by, some women raise their sons to be black men? Well, see, the thing is, when the mother is in the house and she's a single mom, right? She can only teach her son only but so much because she's a woman, right? So as we continue on through the broadcast, I'm gonna let inform her of it takes two. Is why are we trying to put the responsibility on one person? I think that when we think about SA or things of this nature, we automatically go to, oh my God, a woman was attacked, or oh my God, a woman was SA'd. And we never, think, oh my God, a man got SA'd, or, it happens. There was an article in the news where these women had held this man up you know, at what they had firearms, and they had him in a hotel working. So men can, so you gotta not be so quick to think and just think about people that can be affected while you're coaching and praising somebody through their mess. I mean, anybody that's over the age of 40 or over the age of whatever age, and you're saying, oh, it's okay for a man to go out and get his underage son some grown adult women, and they could come over and, uh, uh, make themselves available to this young person that don't even need to be focused on that. You need to be focused on your education. You need to be trying to make love to them books. Okay, go make love to a book. How about that? Your education. Let's get into it. Their man that they want. And I think that there is a lack in parenting on both ends. And I think that if we are going to stand up for something, we need to stand up for. All right.
7 years old, 12 o'clock at night, after they just did a, whole sex show, right? Dry humping each other and everything, had the girls collecting money. So it's like, if you under the guise of LGBTQ, then you can take children, to a, drag show and see men who pretend to be women, right? Half naked. But if Boosie want to take
But this
his
was a
son,
stripper. This was a stripper that was entertaining some
they're
young
strippers.
males. And
The
I
drag
think
show
that
is
we
strippers.
really need to drive the point of,
The drag show is
grooming. That does not
drag
always
show,
happen
not
with
strippers.
females. It does not always happen with girls. It happens with boys. And I think that boys get skipped over because y'all want to see them as black men, and some black women raise their black sons up to be their man that they want. And I think that there is a lack and parenting on both ends. And I think that if we are going to stand up for something, we need to stand up for it all the way around. We don't need to nitpick. And I feel like with you being in a public eye, and with your age comes wisdom, but it seems like you're lacking all of that. And you spent a lot of time in prison, and you wrote a book. You get what
Actually,
I'm saying? And I would
I actually
expect
didn't spend
different
a lot of
answers
time
from
in
you.
prison.
And
It was
because
a
I'm going
lot
to
of
be
time in
honest,
prison.
I
You
wouldn't
get the
trust
honest right
you
now.
if you were in
It don't
government.
matter. I
Girl,
can
you are.
tell
Who
right now
paid
you want to
you?
be a woman. I can
Who
tell right
paid
now
you?
you want to be a
Who
woman.
paid
Because
you?
Okay.
only a sassy man would come up on this
Add me
platform and
up so she
want
can
to
see who I am.
argue
Add
about.
me up. Add
We
me up. I
ain't
want to
gotta
see you
add
face
you
to
up to
face.
know that
Add me
you
up. I
want to
want to
be
see you
a
face to
woman.
face.
You ain't
Add
gotta go
me up. Add me up,
go
Jasmine.
see
Bring me
Jay.
up.
Can y'all drop this
Bring me
first
up.
time? Drop. I don't have
Bring
time.
me
Okay,
up,
all right,
Jasmine. It's Queen
Queen
Tulsa.
Tulsa,
I don't have time for
because she is the guest, we do have to respect the guest that's in the house. You did
Yeah,
make a
I don't
fiery
argue with
point.
men that want to be
Queen
women.
Tulsa
Men
is a trans person. You do know that her son is.
Let's see here. And this is the thing. When it comes to me voicing my opinion, I feel like I was very to the point. I had the questions that I wanted, right? I asked them, and I asked the questions so I don't get the right um to Mm. I don't have the right to tell her how to respond, but I can also give my response to her response. You see what I'm saying? Like I could challenge it, you know? And it's like, we got to make it make sense. You know, it's like you just said that you were okay with a man doing what he did. That's trauma. That's trauma. Let a kid be a kid. Why does a kid have to be forced and coerced into adult acts when they are underage? I don't understand that. I just don't. There's no way I'm sitting up here ordering up a stripper for my child. There is no way I'm sitting up here. Oh, well, let's get you on some hormones or some testosterone. Let's do that. No, let's let my kid be a kid. Let's let my kid, um, explore their identity. They're still finding, my child is still a child. And that's just that on that. I don't believe in pushing a child up the ladder in age before they even get there. No, enjoy being a kid while you're a kid. I want you to be able, when you get older, you're going to say that I had an amazing childhood. Mama didn't force me to, go and, start changing myself and getting on hormones and this, that, and the third. No, mama supports me, right? I'm never gonna listen here. You can't get me to get up on TV and start talking crazy about my kids. Girl, you crazy. You have got to be out your damn mind. Up there disowning your child on national TV so the whole world can see you. The problem is Angela wants to wear the pants all the time. Angela's about that street life. Angela, you gotta let that street life go, sister. You gotta let that street life go. I mean, when you elevate, and I'm all for my sisters and brothers elevating. Like, girl, I don't know if she had, oh no. I don't know. Maybe she had lunch or a dinner, and maybe she had a glass of wine and she just wasn't all the way there. I don't know. But it seemed like she was very coherent. So I can't blame any alternatives that would make her respond this way. I don't know her personally, but just with these responses, it's starting to make me scratch my head. But go ahead.
It's trans, right?
7 years, married for 7 years.
Who cares?
My children are scholars. Yeah, all that. Thriving.
Didn't I call it out?
I want her to see me.
I
want her to see me.
See you for what?
I want you to see what greatness looks like.
We don't
And
have,
listen
okay,
here.
so Queen Tulsa, it's not that we don't want to put you up. We already
No, but I
formatted
want
the
her
show.
to know that I'm coming in peace, but I'm going to speak the facts. I'm not here because she's Angela Stanton King. I'm not a fan. I am here to speak my piece.
Okay.
And if you are, I'm saying you put yourself on a public platform. So I'd rather talk to you than to not go on social media and start saying what I feel. If you're here, I would like to take that opportunity. How serious are you about this situation?
She left. She left. We gotta put you down, Tulsa. Bring Angela back up. How the hell y'all run my guest off? What the hell? Did not tell. Jasmine, tell her to come back up. Did she leave the studio?
She left the studio. I'm working on it.
Thank you. Tulsa, come up for us. Bring Tulsa up real quick.
Tulsa got to come back. I think she left as well.
All right, guys. So give me one
My
moment.
bad. I thought they were both commenting.
Okay, so Tasha's going to go ahead and give her explanation of what she felt like was going on. And then I'm going to come up shortly, but let me see. Okay, so let me just go ahead and play this little part and then I'll skip up to myself.
So that's why I didn't drop soon enough. Because, you know, she had started back talking. But, oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Bring Angela back. Tell her we're sorry. Hold on.
All right, so I believe. Take me through the. Take me through the. Take me through the. Listen, you know how passionate I am. I don't think that it was an argument. It was more a passion. And I think that we're talking about a very heavy topic right now. And, you know, it's a lot of things that I don't agree with Miss Stanton. I mean, Miss
But they
Stanton
said you
King.
were doing too much. They agree with you. Even the people in the comments, they agree with you, but they felt like you were attacking Angela. And this is the part that this is the disconnect that we.
And see, this is actually the disconnect because I don't feel like I was attacking her. I was asking her questions. The questions, just because you don't like the questions doesn't mean that it's an attack. The question that I asked was, being that, she got locked up in the past for her criminal acts, you know, I asked her what were her thoughts on the current administration and the charges and things that were going on. She went in to say, well, I got my part and 15 years later. It wasn't about that. The question was your charges. Did you do them or did you not do them? If you did them, was justice served? Did you feel like you served your time, uh, you know, and you paid back your dues to society? You should have just kept it straight to the questions that I asked. And as far as like the president, I would have said, his legal woes and his charges, I know they are very public. Um, he has a legal defense team for that, and we will see how it plays out in court. Short, straight, to the point. That's it, and that's all. Let's go.
We have between, biological women.
Girl, I guess they took the video off. Yes, girl, we are on it. I'm sorry, I had to review it. Okay, let's see. Oh, it says the video is on private. That video is private. Oh, well, goodness gracious. I'm glad I actually got the footage. Y'all, here, let me put my TikTok up here. I got it on TikTok. I'll put it on there. Hold on. I'll just share my TikTok with y'all and then y'all can go and follow it. Hold on, let me see. Yeah, I put it on TikTok because Angela, let's be real. Okay, there we go. All right, you guys can get on over to my TikTok. All right. And let me see. And thank you guys for reaching out to Tasha and letting her know that I was reviewing this. It wasn't noticeable at all, y'all. Okay. Good. So I got it all over on my TikTok. So if you guys want to go over to my TikTok, I do have them there. Let me see. I'm gonna put it on my Patreon. Actually, I'm gonna start at my Patreon again where we can have these conversations over on my Patreon. Somebody informed Tasha that we were reviewing it and she put it on private. So we've already got our clips from it. That's what a good journalist does. Okay. Not really a journalist, but new media. That's what we do around here. We get our receipts because the girls are always going to be looking in the bushes and honey reporting. But guess what? We're always going to be ahead of the news. And girl, get you a PR team because girl, we are up out of here. Bye.
Queen Tulsa, baby. Your favorite shade. Your hottest tea. And your headline queen. The Wendy Williams of YouTube. Iconic, epic, and always petty when I need to be. Queen Tulsa, I'm the queen of YouTube. I'm the Wendy Williams of YouTube. Treat me right, I'll treat you right. Treat me wrong, I'll treat you wrong. Hit that like, I don't bite. Hit that like, I promise you'll like. Cameras on, baby, I control the stage. Every headline bends when I set the page. Hot topics burn, I deliver with grace. Shady little smirk while I give you faith. From the gossip rooms to the YouTube fight. Turn petty words into sleepless nights. If I say stops here, then it's all through. No one drops tea like I go. I'm the queen of YouTube. I'm the Wendy Williams of YouTube. Treat me right, I'll treat you right. Treat me wrong, I'll treat you wrong. Hit that like, I don't bite. Hit that like, I promise you'll like. Like and subscribe, let the numbers climb. Serving raw truth with a touch of divine. Breaking news, baby, I say it bold. Every word drips, hotter than gold. Discussing cases, I keep receipts. I'm a boss in heels with the fire and heat. You want the tea, I pour it smooth. I'm Queen Tulsa, baby, I set the mood. Sweet on the lips, but sharp when I speak. Petty when I want, but my shade unique. Iconic, epic, I reign supreme. Queen Tulsa, the boss, I'm the headline queen. Don't get it twisted, baby. You came for the gossip, but you stayed for the queen. I don't chase views, views chase me. Now sip that tea, and don't forget to hit that like. Queen Tulsa, I'm the queen of YouTube. I'm the Wendy Williams of YouTube. Treat me right, I'll treat you right. Treat me wrong, I'll treat you wrong. Hit that like, I don't bite. Hit that like, I promise you'll like. And remember, if I say it stops here, it stops here. Queen Tulsa, baby. Your favorite shade. Your hottest tea. And your headline queen. The Wendy Williams of YouTube. Iconic, epic, and always petty when I need to be. Queen Tulsa, I'm the queen of YouTube. I'm the Wendy Williams of YouTube. Treat me right, I'll treat you right. Treat me wrong, I'll treat you wrong. Hit that like, I don't bite. Hit that like, I promise you'll like. Cameras on, baby, I control the stage. Every headline bends when I set the page. Hot topics burn, I deliver with grace. Shady little smirk while I give you faith. From the gossip rooms to the YouTube fight. Turn petty words into sleepless nights. If I say stops here, then it's all through. No one drops tea like I go. I'm the queen of YouTube. I'm the Wendy Williams of YouTube. Treat me right, I'll treat you right. Treat me wrong, I'll treat you wrong. Hit that like, I don't bite. Hit that like, I promise promise you'll like. Like and subscribe, let the numbers climb. Serving raw truth with a touch of divine. Breaking news, baby, I say it bold. Every word drips hotter than gold. Discussing cases, I keep receipts. I'm a boss in heels with the fire and heat. You want the tea, I pour it smooth. I'm Queen Tulsa, baby, I set the mood. Sweet on the lips, but sharp when I speak. But my shade unique. Iconic, epic, I reign supreme. Queen Tulsa, the boss, I'm the headline queen. Don't get it twisted, baby. You came for the gossip, but you stayed for the queen. I don't chase views, views chase me. Now sip that tea, and don't forget to hit that like. Queen Tulsa, I'm the queen of YouTube. I'm the Wendy Williams of YouTube. Treat me right, I'll treat you right. Treat me wrong, I'll treat you wrong. Hit that like, I don't bite. Hit that like, I promise you like. And remember, if I say it stops here,